So that's a really common problem. Actually, if you read the happiness literature, there's a whole scientific literature on what makes people happy. And it turns out that the sort of basic, simple understanding of what would cause you to be happy is actually wrong. And so if at any given point in time we look at all the people who are happy, we'll find that, for example, there's a distinction. Some people might be having pleasure right now, but pretty soon, a couple hours, a couple weeks, maybe a couple of years, they're going to be miserable. Okay. And you can use the example of drug abuse, right? I'm currently, I just took some heroin. I'm feeling great. My
Hmm.
pleasure's through the roof,
Right.
right? But that's not going to last, right? Whereas on the other hand, if you look at people who are parents, for example, and they've done this, you follow parents around and say, "Are you happy right now?" And they're like, "No," because they've got to take care of. There's a diaper. There's 5 minutes later. Are you happy now? No. I had my kid dumped my Coke all over the car. 10 minutes later, are you happy? No. So parents will consistently say that at any given moment, especially if the kids are young, they're not happy. And yet, there's all parents will tell you there's nothing that gives you more contentment and joy than to be a parent.
Hmm.
So, when you say
Right.
it's like there's this contradiction, and it's completely supported in game design. There's this contradiction that if you give people whatever they want, they won't be happy, right? If you say what I need to be happy is all this stuff, and you give it to them, they won't be happy. What makes people happy, and research supports this, is things that take a lot of work to develop,
Right.
such as a long run relationship in a community, staying in a community for a long time, like not moving, for example, makes people happy. Having a mission in life makes people happy. Well, you don't get a mission in life just dumped on you. You have to go do the work, right? Uh, Being a parent, helping other people, that makes you happy.
Right.
Well, that's not free. You have to go do it. So the whole idea of having a stance based on pleasure, I argue, leads ultimately to other stances,
Right.
other kinds of victory conditions. I'm too old to care about sharing this kind of stuff, but I know exactly what I'm talking about when I make this contrast between the things that I feel strongly right now will make me happy won't, right? The thing,
Yeah. To
and
me, a gaming analogy would be that, let's say, I don't know if you know the game Souls, um,
Dark Souls
Dark Souls
is this,
3.
yeah,
Yes.
I know of it. I can't play it. It's too hard.
Okay, so basically that, right? If the
Yeah.
game, if let's say, if in the analogy of the hedonist approach, which is the pleasure seeking, if you were to play that game, you would just want to beat every boss in the first try,
Yeah.
and
And
after
no pleasure ends
no
up
put
coming from that.
exactly.
So this is, look, our whole world is built around, I'm an economist. Okay. So I understand this as well. Maybe I'm not a good economist, but I understand it pretty well. Our whole world is built around the idea that people become happy when they have, let's say, more income or when they have more freedoms, right? We're sort of built, our society, our policies are built up around that. And game designers look at a game and they say, well, don't just give people income. Don't give them the resources right away. And above all, don't make them free. Put rules on them because
Right.
that's what they enjoy.
Right.
So it's, in a way, our whole world, our whole conception of what we should be doing with our
Upside
society
down.
is incorrect.
Right.
And you see this in economic models. There's this concept called utility, and and if it's understood correctly, it's not a bad idea. But it's often understood to be, listen, these people have low utility. If we give them income, it'll raise their utility. So we should just always, make sure everyone has income. When we know the truth is, people really benefit from income if they don't have that much. But in terms of happiness research, it is extremely important that people get their income through their own work.
Right.
They're far more unhappy being unemployed than having low income. And I'm not saying that income doesn't matter. That's not my point. My point is having a mission
It's
is
more important.
really critical for a person to have a mission that has meaning.
Hmm.
And that's why unemployment is such an important thing that we should be worried about, that our answers to various problems should not be just kind of coming in as the government and fixing somebody's problem. It's rather what we should be thinking about is creating structures within which people thrive.